Monkeys cling to trees, but humans have evolved. We cling to other things. Whether it's to our car, our phone, or our coffee mug, we become attached to things that aren't alive. We love these things because of the meanings we've given them. Your car isn't just a car, it's also freedom and status. But the car doesn't care about you. It won't give you a hug when you're sad. You may say you're not just attached to non-living things, as you love your spouse, your kids, and your dog. In reality, you're not attached to their living and changing complexity, but attached to your mental idea or image of them, where your spouse always laughs at your jokes, your kids never throw tantrums, and your dog loves you more than the biscuit you're holding in your hand. People are like rivers. They change, flow, and flood your emotions. But you cling to the memory of romance with your spouse, the idea of your kids achieving what you failed to achieve, or the hope that your dog will be well behaved. Instead of interacting with the dynamic person who changes every day, you're attached to the mental picture of your hopes, ideas, and memories. When you say you're attached to something, ask yourself whether this sparks joy or is just your ego clinging to a non-living thing. When you say you're attached to your house, you're not attached to the bricks and wood, you're attached to the idea of home. But love and attachment are different. Attachment clings and sticks, while love is free-flowing and unpredictable. You can't pin love down, wrap it up, or put it in a frame. It's alive and forever in motion. Attachment kills feelings. Can you hold on to a river? The river flows and changes. Instead of enjoying the river, you take a picture and say that this is your river. But the picture is not the river. It's a moment frozen in time, a non-living thing, while the real river flows on without you. When you cling to ideas and memories, you stop experiencing the vibrancy of life. The solution to attachment isn't detachment. Clinging to the idea of being detached is just another form of attachment. Life is about flow, not ownership or renunciation. It's about dancing with the ever-changing rhythm of reality. Love for life requires letting go. When you release your grip on the snapshot version of life, you make space for the real and evolving experience. Adopt the river mindset. Instead of clinging to who people were in the past, celebrate who they are right now. Attachment is ridiculous because it means that you love something so much that you want it to stay the same forever. In the end, the only thing worth holding on to is the reminder that nothing is ever yours to hold. This is liberating. So let go of everything, and your life, no matter how hard, will become easier. The human mind is a marvel of evolution, but attachment can suffocate and make it a captive of habit. On an average day, we follow the same routine, whether we're stressed with work or bored with life. By sunset, when the day's final rays strike our tired bodies, we look at our elongated shadows on the ground instead of the beautiful sky, because the relentless routine has destroyed our capacity for wonder. Habit has replaced feeling, and our mind, now a worshiper of monotony, recoils at the thought of being disturbed. Our mind clings to the familiar river of routine, avoiding the risk of being alive, as we don't realize the water has stopped flowing. When your actions are born of habit, not understanding, they lead to confusion, suffering, and death by routine. To awaken the feeling of aliveness, we must avoid attachment. The desire for immediate action is just fear in disguise, and the answer lies not in more doing, but in seeing. Learning isn't the accumulation of facts, but the unpeeling of your own conditioning. It's discovering your mind isn't a filing cabinet, but a living river. Mistakes cease to be disasters and become part of the flow. Action, once a petty, results-obsessed drudgery, takes on a new depth, and your mind, no longer pickled in its own attachments, becomes something extraordinary. You feel vast and immeasurable. None of this requires time, only attention, which is what we've trained ourselves not to give. But if you look, you may find that life isn't some grand gesture, but simply what's left when all the anchors have been cut away. No desperate clinging, just a mind unshackled, floating in the endless horizon of itself. Humans want more in life. We think that having more friends, more money, and more knowledge will increase our social status. We're afraid of having nothing, but having nothing need not be depressing. It can be liberating. We can stop pretending. After we strip away our pretensions and personas, we're left with our authentic selves. The moment you stop running from nothingness, it stops chasing you. You don't have to become nothing. You already are nothing. And in that nothingness, there's freedom. No more desperate clutching at relationships or treating your bank account like a personality trait, just you being unattached, unimpressive, and unbothered. When you stop trying to be something, you start experiencing everything. Life isn't ownership. Joy isn't accumulation. You're not in a desperate game where you win at the expense of everyone else who hates you. So, when you feel the panic of emptiness creeping in, just welcome it. The less you cling, the lighter you become. And the lighter you become, the more life feels like a joyful dance instead of a grim tug of war over who owns what. Appreciate the nothingness of your existence. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter, and that's fantastic. Letting go can feel like free falling without a parachute. We attach ourselves to people, beliefs, and memories because we're terrified of emptiness, of being alone with the horrifying thought that we're just a floating consciousness without purpose. So we cling to relationships, ideologies, our past glories, and even our past disasters. But when we try to be detached, we're just swapping one problem for another. Instead of being occupied with attachment, our mind becomes occupied with detachment. The issue isn't attachment or detachment, it's awareness. Not where you aim to become enlightened, but where you notice why you're clinging in the first place. What if, instead of wrestling with attachment, you simply observe it? You neither judge nor compare, neither seek solitude nor become detached, but just watch. Attachment isn't life, it's insecurity. Life doesn't cling, demand, or panic when things change. When you stop trying to be anything, such as being attached, detached, spiritually evolved, or blissfully ignorant, you reach a space in between which is Buddha's middle way, or Aristotle's golden mean. A place where you're free to care without clinging, to love without attachment, and to experience life without treating every moment like a photo or collectible to be accumulated. So, next time you catch yourself clinging to a person, a belief, or a memory, ask yourself whether you're holding on because it's precious or because you're afraid of the emptiness. You may want to regard the emptiness as just space, which is where the fun begins, as space has endless possibilities and opportunities for you. Thank you for watching. If you find this video insightful, please subscribe. Thank you.